Rise of Sun ASB family, back here with another banger. Please be sure you stay tuned to the full video. I greatly appreciate it. And also turn those notifications on and subscribe. Support your brother in the program that we got going on currently. As always, we're from the Show Me State, so I'm going to show you how to better your American Bully. Today we'll be talking about when puppies begin to walk. A lot of people don't know when they're first born, they cannot walk. They start crawling like babies. When they get to around their 2 week of age, they start to waddle slightly. So pull with their front legs and kind of waddle with the rear end. 2.5 to 3 weeks, they get to that stance to where all 4 paws are on the ground. Afterwards, the 4 week period, they fully strengthen up during them legs when they're growing and developing. They start to play, with each siblings, and also be able to correspond with each other when it comes to running or playing with toys. They have a better temperament. And they feel more courageous because they're developing, and they pretty much have to base off what's going on with their body. Just like, say, if you have a child, they're newborn, they start to crawl, and then they vigorously start to walk slightly, then they fall, and they get back up. Same thing with the puppies, It's that mentality. You got to keep encouraging them to be able to walk and get some type of exercise so they can strengthen those muscles as well as bone. A lot of puppies usually have issues trying to eat out of like a standard food bowl, so you guys want to use the ponder bowl. That's when you whelp them during their 3 week age. So it's a circular bowl. You make puppy mush. So what I generally do is use a puppy formula, also the puppy kibble, and then it also helps with their structure and giving them strength to stand, because they have to stand to eat. That's why the floor has to be as close as possible on the ground for the bowl, so they can stand and lean over and eat out of the bowl. And this will help instead of having the food on a flat surface, so they won't begin to bloat or have any issues with vomiting. Just like older dogs, when you have Rottweilers and massive cane corsos, things of that nature, they have the elevated food bowl due to their height, because if it's too low on the ground, they will have issues with vomiting, or they might have bloat. So that's another crucial thing to keep in fact. And also make sure the puppies get enough water. So you're not just feeding the puppy mush, give them water as well. I try not to make it too cold, not too warm, but a little bit colder than lukewarm, just to be sure you're not damaging their intestinal tract. To exercise a puppy, it's as early as 3 months, but if you have a larger breed, veterinarians recommend no earlier than 6 months, because they have a lot of platelets and joints, and ligaments connect bone to bone. So if you have a larger breed with more muscle tone and a heavier bone density, hold off. Like I said, you can damage a lot of things, so they can develop early hip dysplasia and elbow dysplasia. So those larger breeds, man, those XLs, those extreme American Bullies, hold off. It's always time for exercise, but you already have so much bulk and muscle that they only need a lot of exercise, a more moderate type. And when you have a standard or a classic American Bully, you can actually work them out at 3 months of age. But always be careful and make sure it's not nothing too strenuous on the joints. Don't put any weight on the puppies at all. Don't go for long walks. Walks anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. You can do light play in the backyard. You do some tugging work with a float pole. But guys, make sure you keep them mild, guys. Like I said, they're not a year old yet. You want to make sure you be as cautious, as careful as possible, and be sure that the pet is always safe in a good environment, to where they can actually exercise freely, but not feeling like they have to exercise. These dogs are already bred with, American Pit Bull Terrier, American Staffordshire, as well as multiple Bulldog breeds. So there's no need to do vigorous training because it's already in genetics, Like people ask me all the time when it comes to feeding, what do I feed my puppies? How do I get them to look like this? It's genetics, man, no matter what. So if you have a father that's, 6'6", 280 pounds, and a mother that's 5'10", and she's with 160 pounds, I mean, those are giants, So you got to make sure that whatever you're breeding or bringing to your program, that all matches up. When it comes to the Gorilla Max and Bully Max, it's just supplements, man. I mean, they promise your dog will look like this and get like that. It's a complete lie. Like I said, it's all about genetics, man. Genetics is what we focus on, and then we go for structure, and then we go for tight feet, and then color afterwards. So genetics is the key to keep your dog looking bulked up and strong all year long. No matter how much you train and work a dog out, because you actually can deplete them and break them down at a faster rate if their body isn't built to perform those activities. As always, guys, better your bully. Thanks for watching.